Are you just gonna stand there and agree with everything?
Well, you're right. You're back to where you started. But I was the first to believe in you.
No matter what age you are, these funny, charming, and heartfelt movies have made you laugh, cry, and crave for more. And with its latest installment being released in 2019, the fans have been wondering what the next film will be about. Well, word on the street is the fourth film will be very different. So, don't go anywhere, because we will be discussing How to Train Your Dragon 4 will be different.
You gave him his freedom, Hiccup. What were you expecting?
I never thought he'd stay away for good.
The film series took its protagonist through multiple time jumps and exciting adventures, and we will see where the third film left off before we explore how the fourth film will be different from the preceding films. The first film enters the Viking village of Berk, which is constantly attacked by dragons. Hiccup, a lanky 15-year-old, is the protagonist of the films and is enlisted into a dragon fighting class. There he meets Astrid, on whom he develops a crush. A night before, while the village was under attack, Hiccup attacked a Night Fury, a very rare species of dragon. He later finds himself in the forest, badly injured. Instead of attacking him, Hiccup befriends the creature and names him Toothless. After a series of events and Hiccup standing brave in the face of adversity, he finds a way for the villagers and dragons to live together peacefully. The second film starts 5 years into the future, where Hiccup and Toothless are best friends. Hiccup, now 20, is hesitant to become a chieftain after his father retires. Hiccup stumbles upon a dragon trapper, Drago, who wants to capture dragons for his army. Hiccup also stumbles upon an ice cave with multiple dragons and a dragon rider, who turns out to be Hiccup's dead mother and shares his passion of living along with dragons in harmony. In the end, Hiccup defeats Drago and becomes the chief of his village. The third film picks up a year after with Hiccup and his girlfriend Astrid. Light Fury also comes into the life of Toothless, while Grimmel, a dragon hunter, comes as a new threat to the protagonist. Hiccup also sets out on a search for the Hidden World, which is a safe space for dragons. Hiccup eventually finds it, and Toothless leads his dragon colony to the Hidden World. The end takes us into the future with Astrid and Hiccup, now married with kids, flying with the dragons as they decide to keep the existence of dragons a secret until humans can live peacefully with dragons. Before we see what the fourth installment will be about, let's see if there are any plans for a fourth film. For now, there are no future plans for a fourth film. The DreamWorks CEO Jeffrey and the director Dean revealed that the third film, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, will be the final film of the trilogy. Dean stated several times that there will not be a fourth part to the film series, and the third part concluded the story. If How to Train Your Dragon 4 is in the works, then fans can hope to see it latest by 2023 in theaters. There was a gap of 4 years between the first two installments of the film, with the first part releasing in 2010 and the second part releasing in 2014. The third part dropped in 2019, with 5 between the second and third installment. So if a fourth part was to come out, the earliest it can come out is in 2023. But don't go anywhere just yet, because we have a lot to share with you about the fourth installment of the film series. The franchise saw some big stars bring our beloved characters to life through their talent for voice acting. But will they return if the fourth film happens? Jay, who most fans would recognize from films like She's Out of My League, voices the character of Hiccup. The American sweetheart America, who is notable for her role in Ugly Betty, voices Astrid. Other celebrities like Gerard, Kristen, and Jonah are also part of the impressive cast list. Since the film might not return for a fourth part, the cast members will also say goodbye to their characters. This is only considering there are no other adaptations and spin-offs to the trilogy. If the studio decides to move forward with any possible How to Train Your Dragon project, then we might just get to see these stars revive our favorite characters. Here's the question that we all have been asking since the third installment came out. Where will the plot go from here? There are many aspects of the universe that will still have not been explored, and there is potential for it to be shown in future possible possible films. The DreamWorks studio gave us some insight into the future of the protagonist at the end of the third film, along with a Christmas special that showed us Hiccup along with his family. With Hiccup's two children, they develop a fear in the Christmas special after reading old books that presented dragons in a negative light. To change their children's perspective and increase their tolerance towards dragons, Hiccup and Astrid throw a pageant. After the pageant ends up in a disaster, Toothless comes to Hiccup's rescue and takes part in the pageant. Toothless's kind character changes the way the children perceive the dragons. Now, the future possible films can build up from there or look at the dragon's past. Don't go anywhere just yet. We are looking at what the fourth film could be about. There are many possibilities that the fourth film can explore. One of the possibilities include Hiccup and Astrid's children. The children were last seen in How to Train Your Dragon: Homecoming, where they found a new love for dragons after being afraid of them initially. The fourth film could see the two going out on their own adventure alongside dragons. They could be teenagers or adults after a time jump and following their father's footsteps. Their dynamic could be explored throughout the course of the film. For instance, two parallel stories of the siblings' own respective adventures could be shown, and then the story could eventually be brought together by the end. Besides the two grown-up characters, other characters from previous three parts could be coming back, as well as new characters could be introduced without losing the charm of the original films. Although there could be a few issues with this possibility, such as Hiccup, who has been the lead for so long, simply cannot be left out of the main role. Moreover, we know too little about the children, and in addition to this, the time jump would be needed from part 3 to part 4 would probably feel odd given that the parts before only covered a period of a few years. One possibility for the fourth film is a prequel to the first How to Train Your Dragon film. This possibility is not unlikely for the next installment of the series, especially because neither the universe nor the characters would have to be changed for the movies to continue on. They could, for example, focus on the life before Hiccup's birth by following the story of his parents in the Viking village. We as the viewers already know what happened to Hiccup's parents from the first two films, but the prequel we could finally see them in action. We could see the two separate sides of them and how they managed to survive without each other after they got separated. The fourth film could also tell the story of the village of Berk, thus showing the audience a bit more of the beloved and truly beautifully designed world. With the fourth film, the possibilities are endless, and just because Hiccup's journey has come to a beautiful conclusion does not mean the adventures of other characters have also ended. We envision that the next film in the series could be one or more spin-offs. In any case, the film universe has enough interesting side characters whose lives and journeys could be explored. One character who could easily be explored for a spin-off film is Astrid. The audience can see Astrid going out on her own adventures, separate from Hiccup, as she explores the world of dragons on her own. Of course, another character that comes to mind is Hiccup's dragon, Toothless. The fourth film could show us how the dragons got to the village of Berk in the first place, and how Toothless becomes the dragon that he is. We could also see Toothless grow as a character with his own hurdles and problems separate from Hiccup. This definitely is the most likely option, partially due to the fact that this scenario offers a lot more of creative possibilities for the creators to pursue. That is a wrap for this video. Are you excited about How to Train Your Dragon 4? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Now do you get it? This is what it is to earn a dragon's loyalty.